Hello to all my dear friends. Today I am here to deal with another topic of class 10. Guys, you must subscribe my channel so that you get all the latest updates as we are moving further with our syllabus of CBSE of class 9th and 10th geography. In order to catch up with all the lessons, it is important for you to subscribe my channel. Hope you are benefited by all my explanations. So, let me start. We are here with class 10 geography. We were dealing with chapter 4 agriculture, and here we come to the cultivation of different crops. What are the geographical conditions required for the cultivation of different crops? Here on the board, I will teach you that what are the climatic conditions required, and from the map I will be explaining you that how the crop is distributed, which areas are benefited from that crop or which areas are suitable for the growth of the wheat or rice. In this video, I am going to deal with the cultivation of wheat and rice in India. So, without wasting much time, let us start. Wheat. Wheat is a rabi crop. In my previous explanation video, I have told you that what is the difference between the rabi, kharif and the zaid crops, cropping pattern, which means rabi crops means that the seeds are sown during the months of winter, which means at the time of planting the seeds or the saplings, it is required that the temperature should be cool. So, therefore, it has a cool growing season. So, wheat when it is sown in the fields, it must have a cool growing season, which means it must be winters, which means in India winters come from October to December, that is the period of winters in India. Then there should be 50 to 75 centimeters of rainfall, which should be equally distributed throughout the growing season. But during the time of harvesting, the temperature should be higher, so that the seeds could ripe faster. They should not become soggy or moist. Moisture is not required at the time of harvesting. Bright sunshine at the time of ripening. 50 to 75 centimeters of rainfall during the months of winter comes not only in some parts of India, it comes in the major part of India, which is the Punjab, western Himalayas, western Uttar Pradesh, some parts of Haryana, Uttarakhand. These are some of the areas, Bihar also. Winter rainfall is received in these areas only. So, it is obvious that wheat will be grown in these areas only in a natural way, in the cheapest possible way. Otherwise, any crop can be grown anywhere with artificial way of irrigation, provide them the crops the irrigation, the water that they require or the type of soil they require by adding minerals to that soil, but that makes the crop expensive. So, the profit they will not be able to earn, and hence people do not grow, do not try such strategies. So, you understand that wheat is a rabi crop, it requires a cool growing season. In winters it is sown, in summers by the month of April and all it is harvested, because during that time the climate becomes dry and it helps in the ripening of the seeds. So, that is how wheat is grown. Next is rice. I will explain you with the help of map, children, that about the distribution of wheat. Let us understand the distribution of wheat in India. From this map, you will understand that the areas which are shaded dark, which are called the western part of India, the northwestern part of India, the Ganga Satluj plain in the northwest, and the black soil in the black soil region of the Deccan. This is the Ganga Satluj plain of the northwest. This is the Ganga Satluj plain of the northeast, and then this is the Deccan Plateau region of the black soil. So, these are the areas which are good for the cultivation of wheat. Also, because this area receives rainfall during the months of winter, the rainfall which comes from the western part of the world from over the Mediterranean Sea through the jet streams. So, during the winters they receive rainfall. So, that is why this area is very good for the cultivation of wheat. The dark shaded portion are the areas where the wheat cultivation is high, okay, major areas, and these are the minor areas. Question comes in the exam that mark the state which is the largest producer of wheat. So, you should remember that Punjab is the largest producer of wheat. So, you will mark Punjab state. Sometimes they will also mark any of the state there, put a line and they will ask you to name the state which is the producer of wheat. So, in that case you do not have to bother about wheat or rice, you just have to remember the name of the state. You should be good in recognizing all the states of India. So, that is how you will be able to answer this correctly and you will get full marks into it. Next, we will learn about rice. Now, rice. Rice in India. In India, rice and wheat, both of them are very staple food crops. Without that, the food cannot start. We cannot have a lunch or a dinner or a supper without rice or wheat. So, they are the staple food crops of India. And rice in India, India is the second largest producer of rice in the world. You know that, after China. Rice is a kharif crop. Wheat was a rabi crop. Rice is a kharif crop. It is grown with the onset of the monsoon. As soon as the monsoon keep arriving in different areas, the areas receiving high rainfall from monsoons, these areas are prone to grow rice. Above 25 degree temperature it requires a high temperature, high humidity and rainfall above 100 centimeters. Largest producer of rice in India is the state called West Bengal. This is important for marking in your map. Similarly, largest producer of wheat in India is Punjab. So, this is how they ask in the exam, in the map questions. After going through the explanation of rice from the blackboard, we have come to know that rice is a crop which is grown in the months of the monsoons, which means it is a kharif crop. It requires heavy rainfall. So, these are the areas, children, the coastal areas which receives very heavy rainfall from the monsoons, and these are the coastal areas and all the delta regions of Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri, these are the major rivers, and here the river Ganga. So, in these delta areas already the water is, throughout the year the water is enough for the growth of rice. Rice requires huge amount of water, 100 centimeters of rainfall, more than 100 centimeters of rainfall. So, these are the areas which receives heavy rainfall during the months of the monsoons. But rice can also be grown with the help of irrigation, and in areas of this west Punjab, northern Rajasthan, Haryana, western Uttar Pradesh, some parts of Madhya Pradesh and the coastal areas here of Maharashtra and Karnataka, rice is grown with the help of irrigation as well. So, here in the question may come that name the state or mark the state which is the largest producer of rice. So, in that case you will be marking West Bengal. So, when you will mark West Bengal, just make sure that your West Bengal boundary should be till here, because usually children this area you do not consider to be in West Bengal. So, this is not correct. Actually, this is also West Bengal. Here only Darjeeling is there, hill station, that is in West Bengal, which is good producer of tea. So, this is West Bengal. So, you will mark West Bengal, or otherwise if they give you any state and they will ask you, then you will have to write down the name of that particular. It can be Orissa, it can be Bihar, it can be eastern Uttar Pradesh. So, these are all the eastern coastal areas. That is this is the eastern coastal area, and this is the eastern part of the northern plains. Okay. So, this is how the Assam is also having a large production of rice. Hope you understand the distribution with the help of map and through the board, and even then if you have some doubts, do ask me in the comment section. I will be willingly giving you the answers in my next video. Do subscribe my channel, and thanks for watching.